Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Poker Face, starring Russel Crowe as a gambler who's up to some kind of scheming thing. I'm not sure what. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's The Pineys, books 1 through 9, available on Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I will be at the Monroe Township Library in Williamstown. It's the one in Williamstown, not the other Monroe Township one. That one's like further north. This is in South Jersey in Williamstown, New Jersey. So if you'd like to come out, it starts at 6:30. Hope to see you there. Now, Russel Crowe directs this, so good for him. And so initially, it's this high-stakes poker game in this very fancy place, and he does something to the drinks. They all have a drink, and then he reveals during the poker game that he poisoned everybody for some reason. I'm not sure why. Does he intend on giving them the antidote if they win? I'm not exactly sure why he poisons them, but he poisons everybody else. And I don't know if he wins the poker game, but that you would think would be enough of a movie. But then some guys decide to rob the poker game, which is kind of a thing, you know. High stakes game, there's lots of money. Sure, it's a good place to rob. It's usually kind of not legal. So then it's the poisoned poker players against the robbers in a big twist. And there's a lot of people in this movie. So Liam Hemsworth, brother to Thor, Riza, who you saw in there as well. I don't know the other actresses with Elsa Pataki and Jack Thompson. So there's a lot of twists and turns in this. And then she's got these super hot tattoos, but they almost look like whip marks. They kind of go back and forth across her back. I think they're showing her off for some reason. I mean, she's pretty hot. So I think that's in the movie his daughter. So a lot of things going on here. In theaters November 16th, on demand the 22nd. Not sure where on demand. So yeah, interesting. Let's see what it says in the synopsis here. No, it just says check out Poker Face. Liam Hemsworth, Russel Crowe, Daniel McPherson. Oh, here it is. A tech billionaire gathers his friends at his home for a high-stakes poker game. Things go awry when his mansion is invaded by a dangerous killer. I think things went awry when he poisoned them all. It seems like, I'm going to say it seems like too many elements, Russell. I don't know, man. That's a lot. He poisons them, and then they're still on his side when the robbers come. Maybe? He's a tech billionaire, and he can't hire enough security for his poker game. I don't know, man. I don't know. But anywho. So the game is for $25 million. And then I guess he raises the stakes with the poisoning. And then they have nothing to live for. I don't know. I don't know if you could resolve all that. To me, it would be enough that high-tech billionaire has a big poker game, and then like he's using all this high-tech stuff to kind of cheat. He's tracking everybody on the way up. He's using voice analyzers to see, and I think he's probably cheating too, which is also odd considering he's a tech billionaire. Does he need $25 million, or it's like an ego thing, he wants to win? I mean, that alone could be the movie, right? Like he sets up this game with his highfalutin buddies, and even the poisoning part would go into that. It's not about the money, it's about the ego, right? And now he wants he wants a real thrill. I poisoned us all, and the only person who gets the antidote is the guy who wins. Like, that would be cool. So, and then there's only enough for one guy, and maybe then it degenerates into something else, and then where guys just die or whatever. But then to add the robbery on top of that while they're being poisoned seems like a little much. Seems like you're kind of forcing it, whereas I think it would have been a good enough drama. Now, there wouldn't have been action for the trailer, right? The robbery, that gives you the action. But then you could have just, forget the poisoning, just go with the robbery, right? You could have them all cheating. Poisoning seems extreme to me. Maybe instead of poisoning him, he doesn't poison him like to kill him. He poisons them to make them sick. So maybe that's the case. Maybe it's just, I poisoned you, but he didn't really poison him to kill him. Although it sounds like in the trailer he did. He just fed him something that would make him sick and throw him off their game. That could be interesting. It could be funny too, right? Like he poisons them a little bit, and so they're sick, and like one guy's throwing up, like he had a little too much of the poison, and so they gotta defend themselves, and he's throwing up all over the place and constantly yelling at Russell Crowe, "Why the hell did you do this? Why couldn't you just beat me in cards?" Yeah, I don't know, man. I like it, but I like the actors. I like Liam Hemsworth. I mean, he's I've seen him in other stuff. It looks good. Here's the evil villain. I wonder if he drinks the poison too, because he put him in a wine glass. That would be pretty funny if he ends up drinking the poison. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like you got too many elements. It's going to require a really good script. It's not based on a book. Who wrote the script would be my question. Doesn't say. So, but it's directed by Russell Crowe. He is a good actor. A lot of times that does translate into a decent movie, right? At least as good as you can act. Olivia Wilde. So he's a really good actor, Russell Crowe. I've seen him in stuff. I think he's really good. He's been in good movies. You learn stuff from that. So, it might be a little much to come together, but it's not impossible. Maybe he had a really good reason to poison him. Maybe it really feels organic when the robbers come. Maybe one of the other guys is in on it, which is likely. I mean, in a serious sort of movie like this, it's going to be reveal after reveal after reveal. So, first act, poker game, big giant wind up to it. Why are they playing? Who the guys are? Why there's such money at stake? Why RZA's there? Is it really RZA, or is he playing a guy who's like RZA? Are they all friends? Do they have all these rivalries, etc., etc.? And then he poisons them, and they sit down and play the game. End of the first act, he reveals, I poisoned y'all. Right? That's the first act. Second act, the robbers show up. And they are in the panic room. Why'd you poison us? All that kind of stuff. But now they have to unite together to fight the robbers, which they do. Now, it may be that gets pushed back to the third act, and most of the second act is them playing the poker game and revealing the poisoning and why he poisoned them and all the drama that would have been in a quote-unquote normal movie that wouldn't get escalated to like the action phase. Anyhow, but the climax of the movie will be them fighting the robbers. Some of them will probably die. They're already poisoned anyway. For some of them, yeah. Does he have the antidote? Does he not? I don't know why they don't kill Russell Crowe. He poisoned them. So, does Russell Crowe survive this, or does he die? I don't know. It could go a lot of different ways. It's too many elements to figure out. I mean, maybe that's why he added them all. So, you got Russell Crowe, good actor. Not so sure about his direction, but could be good. Liam Hemsworth, good actor. RZA, cool. I don't know about his acting. Seems okay for a movie like this. Everybody's super intense. It's going to be one of these movies. It's reveal, action, action, action. Don't think too hard about it. You might get away with it. Maybe. There could be a lot of cool twists and turns and they're all organic. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Would I watch this movie? Maybe. I don't think I'd go to the... Well, you could go to the theaters for it. I mean, there's stuff to see. You know, there's big sweeping shots in the beginning. There's some action, so it could be a theater movie. If I'm really up for going to the theater, maybe. Again, it would be like, oh, we're going to see this movie. You want to go? Yeah, okay. I wouldn't say no. I don't know if I'd go out of my way for it to pay the money. Definitely would probably catch it on a streamer. Definitely would catch it on a streamer. 90%. It's my kind of movie. Kind of interested in it. Maybe as I hear more about it, I'll like it more or less. But generally, I think it would be okay. So, good on Russel Crowe. Russel Crowe is back. He's in a few different movies these days. A little heavy set, but not as heavy as he was. I think he lost a little bit of weight. So, I think it could be good. It's about 50-50 on this one. I'm leaning towards it will probably be good. So maybe like 55, 45, 60, 40. It could be very watchable. I think it'll at least be watchable. I don't know if it'll all come together. It'd be interesting to see if it does. Anyhow, that's my evaluation. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. Me and Joan. Joan gets very based on the other videos. You ought to see them. So thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.